Hello everybody, I am about to install a new battery on a 2005 Nissan Altima. First things first, as you guys know, you gotta get rid of the old battery first. Make sure that the terminals are not touching any metal, bare metal, because you don't want to spark or ruin something with your electrical system. I went and got a new battery, and so we're going to set it in there and see what we come up with. Okay, hopefully things will work out for us. All right, so here's the new battery. As you can see right there, new battery right here. I'm going to first put it in there, and then I'll go ahead and take out these post protectors, which shouldn't be very hard. Something to keep in mind: so when you are going to remove your battery, as you know, those bolts are a 10 millimeter socket. Small wrench, nothing too fancy or extravagant, but this will do the job for you. If you end up finding yourself like needing to use another tool to kind of get those clippings off of those posts, use something that does not have bare metal on there, because again, we don't want you to get shocked or anything. Kind of prevent damage to yourself there. Just kind of be safe. Health and safety is important. So having said that, I'm going to go ahead and set this battery in here. Not too bad, but we gotta get it in there nice and snug. Okay, so as you can see, now it's sitting in there now. So good thing it has the protector. As you can see, this thing was kind of touching it there for a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to go ahead and remove the power protector, plastic protector there first, and then I'm going to ensure that I put in, obviously you want to make sure that your posts are nice and clean. They're not, this one's obviously in a very old vehicle now. But I want to make sure that these things are as clean as they can be. You can use sandpaper or some kind of scrubber, maybe a metal scrubber, to kind of get it nice and clean, so that way you can get rid of the corrosion. That's important. So anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and do that now, and let's see what we come up with. Alright, so now I'm putting them in there, and I'm making sure that I'm getting it nice and snug in there. As you can see, this right here, the post, see how it comes up, and if we look on the angle side here, you will be able to see that it's all the way down as far as it can go. Okay, now what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and ratchet this thing nice and tight, so that way we don't have any issues. Make sure that again, going back to what I was saying earlier, that you're being safe and so forth. This gets a little complicating here, just a little bit, but we'll go ahead and make it work one way or the other. All right, so it is a little snug, so when you are using one of these long sockets to tighten it, you'll see that we have this piece right here between the end bolt here, that actually is going to be screwed on there, so that makes it a little hard. It's a little challenging. So let's see what we can do to get it done here. Okay, so hold on a moment. All right, so I got it all nice and tight. It's, as you can see, it does not move. Okay, so that's good. That's a good thing. Post is nice and tight. Now I'm going to work on this one here. This is the ground. As you know, this may or may not spark because obviously you're connecting the current to it. Also keep in mind that sometimes when you do when you do install a new battery, you may need to get your key fob to turn off the alarm, because that's gonna sound. So just be ready for it. I don't know if this car will do it. We'll see what happens. All right, so surprisingly enough, there was not a whole lot going on here. It's nice and snug now. I did utilize one of these to kind of get it to go down a little bit more. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. It won't do anything, and surprisingly enough, it did not spark at me, which is, it's great. So it's nice that that it was not a very smooth change and connection here. I'm gonna finish maybe pounding it a little bit more. As you can see, there's still kind of a small gap in between there, and then I'll get back to you. Hold on just a moment. All right, so I got it down pretty well now. I am going to go ahead and tighten it. I want to make sure and ensure that this thing's nice and tight, because I want to make sure that it has the best connection possible. Okay, we don't want it to get loose. As you know, these kinds of things get loose after some time with the movement of the vehicle. Okay, nice and tight now. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we gotta install this piece back again. This is gonna go over the battery. What this is gonna do is gonna hold it down, so it's gonna be nice and snug in there, so that way when you are driving, it's not moving all over the place. We want to avoid having battery acid fall all over the place, all over your vehicle. It's not good for your battery anyway, so why not? We gotta make sure that things are done right. Okay, so keep in mind that there's this little hook down here that we gotta make sure that we stick it in here real well, and then ensure that it does not fall out while you're tightening it, because if it does, then you will not have a very good, nice, snug battery in there. Okay, I went ahead and hand tight this for myself, so that way I know that it's in there. I will go ahead and get the other nut here and put it on this side. That way everything's nice and secure. All right, this battery, batteries are very expensive. This one's about almost $84. Same one, same battery that I bought before. They call these the 24F battery, and so it lasted. It was what, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago when I purchased the old battery that I just went and got exchanged. So they do last a while. I mean, obviously you're gonna hear that there's all these die hard and cold crank batteries, that they'll start even if it's below zero or whatever. I don't really know. I never really done any research on that. I don't know how true that is, or what truth behind it may be. I have just never had any issue with this battery. There is a system connected to this car, and so I assume that maybe the life of the battery doesn't last very long, because it does have an amplifier and subwoofer, but it is what it is, I guess. Okay, as you can see, it's nice and snug in there. It's not gonna go anywhere. All right, well, now the big test comes, and we're gonna try to see if we can get this thing started. All right, well, let's go check it out. Don't mind me, this is actually not my car. I'm just doing this for somebody else. So as you can see, I have lighting. Everything's on there. It's resetting itself. You're gonna have, like this one has a double bin in here. You're gonna have to reset everything, including time. I don't know. Let's see here. So just keep in mind that you're gonna have to reset your stereo, the settings like bass, treble, and all of that, because when you take the battery out, you don't have a memory backup. So anyhow, well, thank you for watching. I hope that you find this video informative.